So we have to learn today John Donne's another poem, the Ecstasy. It is somewhat longer poem than the poem we discussed yesterday, sonnet, Death Be Not Proud. Here you will find John Donne in his best of poetic capabilities. The most of the tendencies which we call as metaphysical poetry you will find over here. It's a wonderful poem to read, no doubt. As usual, metaphysical poetry is difficult to understand. So when we read, you will also find the same thing. But once the reference and contexts are clear, then it will be somewhat easier for you to understand. Here, the title suggests some of the philosophical thing or a kind of sublime experience. Ecstasy means it is a kind of a state, a condition, a kind of an experience which one feels. It is an elevated feeling, sublime feeling, as if somebody has come out from his own body and meeting with the universe. We know that we have a philosophy that there is one mind, one soul, and that is God's soul. It is ever pervading, over pervading, and our soul is the part of that greater soul. And sometimes we feel that our soul comes out and unites with the greater soul, that we call as ecstasy, forgetting everything, as if we have no our existence, even though we know that we have the existence. So that is how union with the God is achieved through this sort of ecstasy. It is a very peaceful condition, very light experience. One feels like feather in the air. So that is titled ecstasy. Now the word is derived from Greek language, in which ik it means out, and sta, that is standing. It means something is standing out, that is ecstasy. Here something means the soul of one person comes out, stands out, coming out of the body, and should meet the uh, God, the oversoul, and that is how it is ecstasy. But we shall see that metaphysical poets will not accept the traditional philosophy, and John Donne especially has something different than this known thing, and that is uh, in the poem. When we go through it, we will come to know that here one person's soul is not coming out, but there are two people, and souls of two people come out, but they do not commune with the God. Uh, Actually, these two souls themselves are talking, and they are in a mood of ecstasy. So here, this is the background, and these two people means, there can be anyone. Even there are sometimes two friends can be there, and family members can be there. But here, two lovers are um, this having this condition. Um, their souls have come out, and they feel united with each other, soul to soul. So this is what the poem suggests. The theme is of thing that there is uh, soul, and lovers are always united in souls. It means physical experience of love is not important, but spiritual love, and that is very important. Or in a way, another way, you can also explain the theme that ultimately uh, external and internal, they unite, and our body is uniting with the external element, that is spiritual element. That is also the theme. Or you can say substance and matter, physique and soul. These are the contradictory elements. They unite, and ultimately we think that soul is important, but soul also requires body, and that is how body and soul and body, these two elements are discussed in the poem. Here we also have to keep in mind some metaphysical or other Renaissance philosophy also. When it comes, I will let you know. Let us begin the poem with this background. There are two lovers, and they are sitting together at one place. Their souls have come out, and they feel they are one, not different. That is ecstasy. So, where, now I read the poem, where, like a pillow on a bed, look the comparison, a pregnant bank swelled up to rest the violet's reclining head, sat we two, one another's best, one another's best. Each one, each lover is best. Lover always thinks that his beloved is the best one. The beloved also thinks that his lover is the best one. Both of them are having the best souls. They are the best people. These two are sitting where a bank has swelled nearby the river. The soil is uplifted, swelled, and it serves like a pillow. So it is a resting place for the lovers. Two lovers at the bank of the river. The bank side is lifted. It is like a pillow, and they are sitting over there. And comparison, like a pillow, as we rest on our bed with the support of pillow and find comfort, same way lovers are sitting, and they have pillow like a thing, that is a fertile bank, pregnant bank. So here pregnant means fertile. Now what does it mean? Why the poet calls it pregnant bank? Means this is the land, it is a fertile land where plants and seeds and other things will grow. Possibility of growing thing, that sort of a land is. Look the setting of the poem. It indicates development, growth, and moreover here it is also rural area. Generally metaphysical poetry is having the setting of urban area, because it is a poetry of sophisticated people, intellectual people, and hence London life. But here Jordan goes away from this routine setting, and here is a bank of a river, and it is also fertile one. Indication of the poem, what will happen in the uh, course of the reading, it is indicated here. We can also think that the hearts of the lover can be also fertile, because they also have lots of dreams in their hearts. They have a lot of things to say, and they themselves are growing up when they come together. Uh, we always say that two are always better than one. So here one singular person and the other one also a single comes two. 1 plus 1 is 2, and that is how they grow. We can also think in that way. This is my own thinking. It has not been suggested, but pregnant bank where things are growing naturally, lovers will grow spiritually, mentally. Their hearts will swell like the river. That is how the lovers are. And how wonderful comparison, how they are resting. how they are having their condition as a reclining violet is held, is supported, same way these lovers are supporting while they are sitting. So that is how the violet's reclining head set we too. Uh, Here, when we say we too, it means here the narrator is a lover. We come to know through this line when he says we too are sitting. It means this is now things become clear that mm, a lover is talking about his own condition. Now to who he is talking, uh, because his heart is, his soul is elevated. It means he must be telling to the person who is nearby. Now, but when there are two lovers who will be nearby, so towards the end, I will let you know that who is the listener. Right now, he is telling. Okay, but we can always think that this is the experience. I'm giving you hint, and uh, that way you will come to know. A lover will always tell his secret matters or the things of his experience to the person who he finds equal to him, or rather, he finds that he would be able to understand and he can share to him, having faith in him. So, that sort of a person must be there. And here, we are the readers that we listen from him. So this is the time, and there are two lovers, violet, the flower like that, they are sitting. So that is the first stanza. Here you will find that the poem is having uh, many stanzas, and each stanza is having 4 lines, and simplicity of rhyme scheme is also found. You will find A B A B. The first line ends with bad, and second line is rest, and then third line had bad, had, rest, best. So that is very simple way the couplets are going on A B rhyme scheme. The poem begins with the close. It is surprising. Generally, poems begin with simple statements, and here, where, and then the diction of the poem is made complex, like a pillow on a bed. Then comparison is given. First of all, the poet wishes to make us understand the clause, as he just pointed out the adjective uh, for this clause, like a pillow on a bed, and then a pregnant bed means where a pregnant bank swelled up, beginning from close, to rest, and again he continues. That is how the diction of the poem becomes complex, rich. It shows the poet's flow, his reasoning, his emotions busting up. To rest the violet's reclining head. That is how it goes very long. Then the main close, right, comes. Set we two. So there, and then uh, more description, one another's best, and that is how diction of the metaphysical poetry becomes a reach, leaving out the normal way of writing the poetry. Now, uh, going further, our hands were firmly cemented with a fast balm, which thence did spring. Our eye beams twisted, and did thread our eyes upon one double string. Now, we know how lovers would behave privately, uh, because we have seen films, or rather we have also seen uh, the real people. Naturally, they would not have any limitations. They want their closeness, union, etc. Uh, that is how they feel nearness to each other. So these lovers, their hands were in one another's hands, and that is how he says that were firmly cemented. Look the word firmly, never letting the other person go, never letting the grip loose, right? As if they want to hold some person, I mean the lover, forever. So they firmly hands are joined, and that is how it happens. And we know that uh, wherever such kind of feelings pervade, this is to happen. You notice uh, you notice people when they shake hands, when there is a regular feelings, common shake hand, but if somebody wants to show more feeling, he presses the hand and shakes the hand much more. And some people, no, they want to have more emotions, and that way they will not let go your hand immediately. They would continue to shake, and often some people not rather catching your fingers and palms and hands, they go ahead and go to the wrist. Look, that is how coming to closeness. And then some people, they hold your arms, and then here on shoulders, and those who have no any limitations in physical union, to friends, right? They always hug. So beginning from hands, it leads to embrace, hugging. So that is how lovers here are having this feeling, uh, firmly cemented. And look the language. We will say joined. Here the poet has used the word cemented, because cement is the mixture which joins two things very strongly. In 16th century also this is known, cemented. With a fast balm. Now, balm means a kind of a smell, sweet smell, you can say. Uh, Here, adjective, fast balm. It is not the adverb. Remember, fast generally is an adverb, but here it is an adjective. Now, fast balm, here it does not indicate speed. Here it indicates the sweetness, particular smell, fast balm. Uh, Let me tell you that each person is having his own body smell. Uh, the person himself may not realize it, but the other person, if he is a very much sensible and having that sort of feeling, then he would definitely find one's smell. And this is the actually identification of a person, what sort of a way a man is. Blind people always have this very much powerful sense. Through nose, they will also identify the people. It means here the lovers know what body smell each other have, and it is coming now. Remember that this is something within us, and that comes out. In lovers always, this is the experience that the soul, or rather you can say the hidden elements, our real identity that is hidden in it, begins to come out. So balm is perhaps that suggestion that the lovers would find it. So look, the word fast balm means here that body smell of both of them comes, and which then did spring when they met, when they were sitting together hand in hand, resting the bank. This spring begins to come out. It is there, but in normal condition it remained at the bottom. Now when the lovers are there together, they feel differently, and this balm begins to. This is the symbol, this is the indication that lovers are very much close to each other, and they know each other very well. They always feel oneness in one another's company. Our eyes beams twisted, another indication of lovers union. uh, Hands are joined, cemented, and then uh, eyes beams, the eye beams. The light of the eye, rays of the eyes. They are known as eye beams. They are twisted. Twisted means rays of eyes from each other, they are intertwisted. It means from a lover's eyes, rays would enter into the beloved's eyes, and from beloved's eyes, rays would enter into lover's eyes. So rays, they are intermingled. Hands are joined, and even eye contact. They look at each other, and through eyes, they feel that they are one. We always know that eyes are expressive, and eyes always reveal uh, what is inside. Actually, eyes are window, right, to go to the heart, or rather you can say it is the ladder from where you can go to the heart. So even eyes, they are rays of the eyes, they are intermixed, twisted, they are shining. This shows that they are very fresh and happy, and they have oneness. So our eye beams twisted and did thread, as if it is a thread. Our eyes are thread, means there is no now different things. Nobody can say that these eyes belong to beloved and these eyes belong to the lover. Now eyes, they feel one, two body, but one thing. दो जिस्म मगर एक जहान. So here eyes or hearts or body, thinking, everything would be same. No difference, even though two bodies are there. Lovers are always having this feeling. Upon one double string, as if one string is doubled. This is the conceit. We are talking about metaphysical poetry and conceit. Conceit means that this is the concept. Uh, you cannot show that I beams are twisted, I beams are like a thread, right? Because we never think thread and ray of light in comparison to it. But here, uh, eye rays, the beams, they serve as thread. So one thread from the lover